Sup, bitches. I enjoyed that one so much, I'm going to do it again. This time, hopefully, I won't make the same mistakes I made last time. Firstly, I'm going to make sure I'm on the softs for qualifying. That's essential. Don't know how much more time it's going to give me, but if it gives me a tenth, half a second, then it's done something for me. Also, I want to try and I've got to try and eliminate the penalties. I think I picked up about 2.5 seconds worth of penalties in that last race. That cost me some time, plus with my couple of crashes. So the idea is to just make little improvements on the last time out, which was it wasn't a total disaster. I finished a couple of places higher than I qualified, which is always good. But yeah, time to try and get it right this time. So everyone getting connected in right. I'm going to change out the tyres this time for some softs, which I can't because I don't own any. Oh, right, so I'll have to use hard. Yeah, oh well. I didn't actually buy the soft tyres, so I haven't got any. So there we go. There's mistake number one right there. So it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go get. Obviously, I'm just going to do it without stopping, like I did last time. Let's give it a that. You can see what's going on. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm probably going to qualify it. To be fair, even on the softs, I can't imagine I was getting anywhere near those guys doing the 131s anyway. If I'm dialing it in, I think my best lap has been a 35.4. Maybe if I can dial it in, I can get a 35.4 this time. And maybe, just maybe, I won't be on the last row. But that doesn't mean a bloody thing. So 20 seconds to the warm-up ends. It's a shame I can't go and buy from this point here some tyres. But if I exit now, I leave completely, don't I? So I don't really have a choice. Is what it is. How many points did I pick up from the last one? I think it's like 30 odd points or something I picked up, which isn't bad. 36 points. So, about to find out how I do in qualifying. Let's give it a blast. This is what happens when you don't come. I had no intention of doing this today, and then I thought, you know what, why not? It's Interlagos. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. Let's see if this time I can improve on that. If I don't pick up a penalty, I will have 2 hot laps, essentially. So, yeah, here we go. Hard compound tyres for me again. Brake balance. I'm leaving my TCS on. Judge me all you like, I really don't care. I can't, but there we go. Radar on, because it's the only way you can keep your eye on the idiots. Only the one German in the lobby this time. Czech, Dutch, English, South African, Dane. We got a larger plethora of nationalities this time. Right, let's go. Take it easy first. Out lap. Don't do anything stupid and pick up any penalties. That's the key. Yeah, I thought I'd try that there in third. I think that is go down to second and maybe flick it up to third a bit sooner, but I think I was overly critical about this 4C because it's actually not a bad car. If you consider that mostly when I start a new car, I've not driven before, I struggle a lot more. So actually it's not that bad. I think it's just because I'm not used to driving it. But in the scheme of things. Now, I imagine this Porsche is probably going to be quicker than me. But the last thing I want to do is get backed up behind them with qualifying. I want to get a little bit of slipstream. But I don't want to be bogged down behind a car if I'm quicker than him. Hopefully this guy's much quicker than me. It looks like he is already. He's got a much better exit anyway. Right, so 2 qualifying laps for me. We'll see how we get on. I thought that was not bad out of there. See, this is why you give yourself some room on qualifying, because I'm not going to move out of the way for you. Tough shit. Tried to overtake me on qualifying. I'm on a hot lap too, so if you fucked up your qualifying, tough shit. Should have given yourself plenty of room. This is not the race. This is not where you're overtaking. I wasn't going to move for you. Suck it. And I think that's pretty fair. I don't think I was obligated to move out of his way. Any stretch of imagination. If he's quick, if you know you're quick, then you've got to do the right thing, which is make sure you've got enough room to the car in front. I know I'm not that quick, but I still made sure I slowed down enough that there was a bit of room to the car in front, just in case. That wasn't bad actually, 35.9. It was better than my qualifying last time out. And plus, of course, I'm on the hard compound tyres. Oh, that was a bit shit. 13th fastest so far. I think I'm going to be a bit slow this one though. Certainly doesn't feel as quick as it did last time. Wasn't the greatest of corners either. Right, already one disconnected. Place gain for me, although he was slower than me, but I'll take it. So hot lap is a 1:31.6, a massive difference really. I think the lobbies could be organised a bit better. Yeah, that wasn't very good. So 31.6 for pole. That was that shadow car. A couple of Italians out in front, Portuguese and Dutchman on row 2. Row 3 is another Italian with oh, that's, look at his face in that V12 Vantage, stuck himself on that front row. That's not a bad lap, but 7/10 slower though than the GR Supra with shadow car in it. I'm way down in, where am I? 15th. So basically I qualified last because Eric Schnapp didn't qualify. And well, I was only a 10th behind that Viking bloke. He was racing last time out, I think. Yeah, he was in my lobby last time. So, and that's my pace on, well, that's his pace on softs, that's my pace on hards. So, it could be worse. Could be much, much worse. So 15th qualifier, so actually I'm one place lower than I was last time, but I had a better qualifying, ironically. So my aim has got to be, what was it, 12th last time, so I've got to try and aim to beat 12th. Settings, traction controls on. Yeah, I'm not turning that off now. Braking indicator on, braking area, I'm leaving that on. It just helps with finding my brake points. I know it's not perfect, and I know that it's not the ideal way to do it, but I don't give a toss. It's in the game, you can use it. I'm not one of these purists that feels that, you know, you've got to do it this way and you've got to do it that way. If it was like that, then we'd all be driving cockpit mode, wouldn't we? Which I'm not doing either. I can't see a thing that way. So 35.4 is my target in terms of lap time at some stage. What was my qualifying there? 35.7. Yeah, 35.9 I did this. 35.4 in the race would be my ideal, and somewhere in 12th would be good. Hello, Jay. I should put that on. I should mute that really, shouldn't I? Let me mute that. Apologies, guys. Let me mute this quickly. There we go. Do not disturb. There is a rhinoceros in high heels that you can win if you are the big winner. It's not going to be me, but then I don't want a sexy rhinoceros in heels anyway. So this is the World Series Manufacturers Cup. This is my very poor attempt at going very slowly at the back of the field in some of these races. All about little improvements. So if I can improve on 12th, brilliant. I know that I don't have to stop. I know that I don't have to fuel save. So I'm kind of relying on one or two people going for a one-stop strategy, and maybe nicking a place or two like that. Don't know how many people are going to start on the hard compound tyres. I imagine that anyone that's not stopping will, because it's a requirement. But as for some of the others, I know some people run on mediums or softs. Things I don't have those tyres anyway. I might buy a set and have a little blast, but we'll see. It's going to take a while to get to my car because it's right at the very back. Good looking car that, but weird looking as well. Classic GTR. I kind of wish I was in the GTR. I'm not too shabby around here in the GTR. 458 Italia. I like that livery. Look at that, it's gorgeous. Black flag all over it. 13 unlucky for some. Is it true that the number they give you is the number they estimate the position you're going to finish in? I hope that's true. I'll take 13 for this stage. I don't know why it's showing me having a poor connection. My connection is fucking awesome. Look at Ace Face, man. Ace Face is plugged directly into the matrix, man. It's almost like he's almost got 6 bars. His connection's so good. Right, let's have it. 20 laps, manufacturer's race. I need to improve on last time. Good exit out there compared to this blue car in front, the Supra. Going to have a little go up the inside. Don't know if it's the craziest thing I've ever done, probably. Got that move done. That wasn't a bad overtake for me. To be fair, I think he yielded a little bit, and it's rather than risk the accident, so we'll see. I don't want this guy ahead to get too much of a gap on me. He's actually making his way through the field. I get such a poor exit out there in comparison to these guys. I don't know whether it's the car or whether it's just me. Anyone got a penalty? Doesn't look like it. So that one done. This time I didn't crash, so much better position than I was this time a race go. Gained 2 places, up to 13th, which is what the number on my car says. The gap to the car in front is 1.1 seconds. Ideally, I'd like to be a little bit closer. I can get some slipstream off of him. But the guy I'm actually racing is that Viking guy. Yellow flag, so that's another place gained. Awesome. Always worrying when you come up to an accident because you don't know when they're going to unghost. And most people won't take themselves off the racing line. They'll stay right there. And obviously the other problem is this guy might actually be faster than me, so I don't know. If Blackie and Paul Merlin can get caught up with each other, that'd be great. They can have their little battle and I can fuck off. That's not the greatest of exits out of Junghao. He's got a great run on me, this 458 now. Let him have the inside line. There's no point trying to fight him. If he's quicker than me, he's quicker than me. It's one of those things, although I probably could have defended them, probably should have done. Yeah, he was not so great under braking. So the door was open for him. No complaints there. He had the door open, he chose not to go through it. That's his problem. But I'm not going to affect my race by overtly defending. I think just put my car where I need it to be. Concentrate on getting my head down and hope that one or two of these cars ahead are on a one-stop strategy. Well, he's clearly quicker than me, but he's not taking the opportunities to go past when they present themselves, so. She's gonna, oh, I could have gone through him then. Again, that's the thing with ghosting. I don't like it because it's so uncertain as to when they're going to unghost. It's better that they don't ghost at all, and then your mind's made up for you. It's a better exit than last time. He's still in the slipstream, so he's going to get a good run on me. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm not going to try and defend that inside line and make my corner difficult. If he goes through it in a way, he's not close enough this time, because I don't think he is. Depends how good he is under the braking, doesn't it? So settled in lap 4 up to 12th. Going all right at the minute. He gets a much better run out of them than I do this Ferrari, but he's not making the move, and I'm not giving him the inside line here. He's going to try and muscle his way through anyway, barge his way through, because that's how dickheads drive. What an absolute fucking monkey cock. So, racing fairly, giving him space, letting him go through, or at least leaving the door open for him when he's showing he's quicker, and he repays me by spinning me off the track like a big fat monkey cock. So, race ruined now, because he can't fucking drive, and because he gets jealous when he gets beaten by somebody who's even slower than him. And I know there's people who are going to watch that go, oh, it was a bit of a racing incident. No, it wasn't. He fucked up, he went past me, or he barged his way past me. He fucked up the next corner. I went round the outside. He thought he could just fucking tap me out of the way. And that's exactly what happened. That was a deliberate act. All this rubbing and racing points, it's got nothing to do with that. That was an absolute deliberate fucking act of sabotage. And if I do catch him, I can't promise I'm not going to fucking melt him into the fucking wall and take the hit. Right, Andy, focus now. You can get your revenge on them wank puffing on YouTube later. And I will be putting it all over YouTube, sharing it in all the Facebook groups, so everyone can see what a big, fat, stupid cock he is. The irony is, he's probably driving fast because his mummy's calling him for dinner. Because it's his favourite chicken nuggets again. He didn't eat any other food. Apparently he's only ever eaten chicken nuggets since 1992. because he's 57 and he lives in his mum's basement. Right, stop insulting random strangers, let's just get on with it. Okay, so it did start out quite well. Got myself up to 12th, and then yeah, tangled with that Ferrari, and all gone horribly wrong from here. To be fair, that last lap of 37 wasn't great from me. Driver angry, that's the problem. So now I've got to try and close down on this Italian, who's 5.9 seconds up the road, and then try and catch that fucking dickhead in the Ferrari yet again. Of course, my momentum's got a little bit, my rhythm after that. See, this is the thing, is that, you know, I'm not the greatest of drivers. This is, you know, there's no two ways about it. And, you know, I am prone to mistakes, which is why I think it's so much more frustrating when you get drivers like him that just aren't prepared to have any form of etiquette on the racetrack. You know, we're not talking. We're not talking. We're not at the business end of the fucking world tour lobby. Do you know what I mean? We're racing in a fucking lower ranked B lobby in round 7 of the Manufacturers' Cup. Him from his mummy's basement, me from my front room. So it really, and, you know, and we're not even fighting at the top. We're fighting at the back of the field. So that kind of driving is absolutely fucking wank puffery. Did he have every right to go up the inside? Of course he did. And I've given him space to do so. He chose not to. He chose not to take those opportunities and instead went for the more risky moves. And then when it went wrong for him, decided to barge me out of the way. Alright, so this Italian's much quicker than me. I'm not catching. This is gonna, I think, turn out a lot worse than the last race. I think 12th is a pipe dream at this stage. And this is why, folks, that the DR system in this game is absolutely flawed, because there's absolutely no way that I have any business being in a lobby with these drivers. The way the lobby should be set up is that everybody has a chance of winning, and the DR system means that unless you are very, very quick in your class, you stand no chance. So I've won races, but I only win races in C, or sorry, in D, or sometimes in C, depending on the car and the track combo. But absolutely no chance of winning races in B. So if I've got no chance of winning a race as a B ranked driver, I shouldn't be in this ranking. And it's kept me up here for so long and not relegating me back to C, despite the fact I haven't finished in the top half of a race for about 10 or 11 races now at this level. And I know the DR system works basically on, you know, the DR of people you beat compared to the DR of the people who beat you. But I am literally at the very, 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 very bottom of B. So the guy had 7.5 seconds as the gap. I've settled into my rhythm of 36s, which is about my pace on a regular basis. Mid 36s, mid to low 36s. Which again demonstrates that I have no business being in this lobby. If the guy in first is capable of doing 131s, then the lobby should not have people who can't get anywhere near 134. There you go. Place gained by virtue of a disconnection. I think this is going to be the story of my races. Oh look, yellow flag. Anyone that I care about? Oh, please be that that stupid Ferrari driver. It's not. Right, someone using VR ahead. Oh. Nearly went a little bit too wide then. It's weird, you can abuse that white line, but you can't abuse the other one. 35.9, so that was my qualifying pace there, that wasn't bad. Fastest lap of the race so far for me. Gap to the car in front, 4 seconds. If I can settle into a pace like that, I'll be doing alright. Of course, it suits me if the 2 cars ahead are going to battle a little bit. It suits me even more if they're on soft compound tyres and they're battling a little bit. Right, so there's the leader into the pits. I mean, I'm not going to get anywhere near him or her. I'm not going to even consider that as an option. But they're one stopping. So quite a few cars are going for the one-stop strategy. I'm not entirely convinced that it's not a bad idea, you know. I might. The thing is, I can't do any more races tonight. Now I've got dinner soon, and then obviously the stuff going on with Black Flag, so I can't test my theory in another lobby. But don't know. I might set up the settings later. Right, so a few people into the pits at the moment. Back up to 12th. That's where I was before. I know I'm not stopping. So if I can stay ahead of those guys in the pits, then I'm doing all right. That's the guy. I think Paul Merlin is that Feather driver, isn't it? I wasn't actually paying attention to his name. I was too busy wondering why he was driving up such a big, massive penis. Change gear bell end. A little bit wide there. Don't focus on the guy in front, just focus on your lap. Or the guy behind for that matter. Good exit out of here, Andy, come on. Hammer blow into the pits on the soft compound tyre. There's a penalty there for, that's the Volkswagen. And neither of these are the Feather driver, by the way. I wonder if he's a guy that got disconnected. Got a good run at him, but he's not going to give me the inside line. Oh, he's a Ferrari driver, it's not the same one. It was the black Ferrari that gave me some trouble. Right, so Hammer blow, he was up in the top end of the field. I'm up into the top 10, which is surprising. But there are a couple of cars behind me who I know are significantly faster. So I would imagine I'll be seeing them relatively soon. That all kinds of wrong. Really didn't get a good exit out of Juncker at all there. So Galactus behind me, Galacactus or whatever his name is closing and fast. That's a penalty there for the blue car. Oh no, that me as well. Just getting a little bit squirrely there. I've taken that line so many times. I think I've just got on the power a little bit too soon. There's one thing I will say about this 4C. It's actually not a bad car to drive, but it does seem to be a little bit unpredictable at times, particularly in my hands. That's a penalty. Right, so a lot of work to do now. I was sticking with those guys, and I probably should. I've just been a bit more cautious. Paul Merlin, I think that's my nemesis. Obviously I can find out who he is from the replay and then shame him summarily. Rusted Relic, he's quicker than me as well. That was fucking unnecessary, wasn't it? You fucking absolute dickhead. The driving standards actually across this game in general are fucking shocking. Like, Paul Merlin's in the pits. Very surprised actually that that guy didn't get a good run on me. That's a fucking push to pass if I ever saw one. I just don't understand how you can get away with that kind of driving. I think I'm going to have to start just driving like a bit of a cunt, because all these guys seem to fucking get away with it. But I'm ahead of that fucking dickhead Paul Merlin that had a little fucking tantrum because he couldn't get past me and decided to fucking smash me out of the way. But top 12, to be fair, I thought top 12 was a fucking pipe dream at the beginning of this race, so it's not too shabby. And I still think if I can make up that that little mistake, I don't see why 11th is not necessarily a possibility. That's of course assuming the hammer blow doesn't catch me, because he's pretty fucking quick. I think I should be focusing on maybe just staying where I am. Yeah, I think a couple of laps ago when I got a little squirrely there, I think I was on the power a little bit too early, because that was much cleaner. Oh, come on. I don't know why I'm so shit at Juncal. It's probably one of the most important corners on this racetrack. The Centre S's and Juncal, the two most important corners on this racetrack, and they're the ones you really should be nailing perfectly for a good lap time. Everything else you can kind of get away with, I think. I don't think I'm too bad for the Centre S. I think I've kind of got that there or thereabouts nailed on. I'm going to have to focus. I think maybe if I brake a little bit earlier for Junção, and then I can get on the power that little bit earlier. What was that, 15? A bit slow on the power there. Someone up ahead's got a yellow flag. I don't know how beneficial that's going to be to me. Well, that's the answer to that question. Rusty Relic's made a mistake. He's much quicker than me, so if he gets up to speed, there was a penalty there. See, that's why I don't like this fucking ghosting thing, because I didn't know. I had to go around him because you can't be sure, and almost got myself a fucking penalty. I had to just lift off a little bit to make sure. So up to 10th. The two drivers, it looks like they might have had it coming together, the two drivers ahead of me, which benefits me, but there's still 4 laps to go after this one, so still a bit of work to do, and the hammer blower has closed that gap to 1.7. If I can stay in these mid 36s, because I think that's pretty much my wheelhouse. Maybe chucking the odd 35 when I get it dialed in. He's already taken 3/10 out of me. That's a better exit. That's the sort of exit I should be getting every time from Junção. Just gives you a much better run up this hill. And he's closing on me, but he's not close enough in my slip to make a move. And if he does, it's going to be a fucking ballsy one into turn 1. This is where you kind of hope that someone is as accident prone as you when you sense you might get an overtake done. He's going to go up, he's going to make the move up the inside here into this left-hander. I was hoping I'd get a slightly better run there, but he is quicker than me. He's in the GTR as well, which is a much quicker car than this Alpha. Still on track for 12th, which I still thought was out of reach. But I would love to get inside that top 10. And that's one of the cars behind me that was quicker, just disconnected. So that's made me feel a little bit happier. Rusted Relic, 9 seconds back. He's quicker than me. We're on lap 17 though. So unless he's doing 31s on a regular basis, which the fact that he was back here with me suggests probably not. A bit slow changing up there, to be fair. This car is not a fan on that rev limiter. But oh, I thought he might pick up a penalty there. Again, slow to change up into third there. It's costing me time. Sticking with him though for the most part. Bearing in mind he's driving a GTR. But he is slowly edging away. I need him to make an error, that's what I need. He's looked on the edge of making an error a couple of times. I always get worried then I'm going to go flying out onto the grass. I think you've got to be braver there. I think, you know, I'm in the position I'm in. Say that fucking Rusty Relic has already taken a couple of seconds out of me. I'm still in touching distance of the South African ahead. But I just think the power of that GTR is just going to be too much for the 4C. Because every time we get out the corners, even if I'm getting a better exit, I mean, to be fair, I'm not. My gearing's awful. It's been awful this whole race, to be fair. Yeah, but even if I'm getting a better exit, it's just the power down in that GTR is so much better. Yellow flag. Is that an opportunity here for me in the top 10? Maybe not. Oh, it is, because there's a disconnection. I'll take that all day long. Thank you very much, Lee. Right, Rusty Relic's taking another couple of seconds out of me. But we are about to go to the last lap. So as long as I keep this last lap clean, he shouldn't catch me. Hammer Blow's pulled out half a second on me, so I'm probably not going to catch him either. But stay on it, because you never know. Final lap. And this will be a top 10 finish if I can hold it all together. And for me, getting a top 10 finish in an FIA Manufacturers Cup race is nothing short of fucking phenomenal. Oh, yellow flag ahead. Could it be? Probably not. I don't think we're close enough to anyone else. Oh, I don't know. He's back up to speed though, to be fair. He's ghosted out though. It's that Volkswagen. No, it's not. It's the Ferrari. So that was a guy that was just ahead of me on the grid. Who knows? Couple of corners, let's get this job done. No, 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 no. I've been a little bit too brave with the loud pedal there. Rusty Relic is going to be closing fast. I'm not going to catch Viking here, but he's not catching me. I'll take that all day long. Top 10, Boomshanker. Couple of errors, but certainly not as many as in the previous race. I had that absolute wank puffin, and I can't remember who it was. It was Kai Halder that smashed me, trying to come through. To be fair, he got the overtake done. He made it a little crazy little dive and muscled me out of the way to get the overtake done. and then fucked it up on the very next corner, which allowed me to go around the outside and retake the position. And rather than accept the fact that he'd been beaten by someone that doesn't fucking drive, he decided to smash me into the grass. So yeah, there we have it. Yeah, there we go. Kai Howler has pissed somebody else off as well. So I'm going to name him, shame him right here on this channel later. But thank you for watching. This has been my little foray into the Manufacturer's Cup. Can't do any more. Got shit to do, people to see, and all that bollocks. But yeah, it's been emotional.